Yeah, I mean, listen, I ain't gonna hold you, y'all. This was crazy. This,
What an episode, right?
whoo, yo. You know what? And I'll admit. Still don't like Gear 5. Still don't like Gear 5. But I do like the fact that Gear 5 looks better in the anime than it did in the manga. I will say that.
Yes. Oh
I will
shit.
say that.
Yes, it does.
Oh, you okay?
I dropped Luffy.
Oh,
It's
oh
okay. It's
no.
okay. He's made out of
Oh
rubber.
no.
He'll be fine.
Okay. All right. All right. That's right. You rubberize the whole floor. He'll be all right. But yeah, like I like it more now than I did before. Because the cartoon
Yeah,
stuff in the manga just didn't look right to me. But in the anime itself, perfect. It looks perfect. It
that's
doesn't
why.
take me out of
That's
it.
why I had asked you originally, like, if you would change your mind once you see it animated.
Yeah, and I think I did. I think again, there's certain things I don't like about Gear 5, but I will say that it looks the powers of it, the Toon Force definitely looks better in the animation than it does in the manga. Can say
It's
that.
it's it's funny because I've been watching people's reactions. People that don't even watch One Piece, they've watched 1071 and 1072, and they're like, "Oh, we have to start this now."
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Hey, listen. Better late than never. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you something too before we get out of here. Do you think that One Piece will ever get to the stardom that Dragon Ball has?
I mean, it already is in Japan, but as far as over here in the
Like
West,
over here in the
it's
West, right? Right.
I've noticed it's slowly growing because there's a lot. I've over the years there's been more One Piece merchandise compared to Dragon Ball. Because
Oh,
I
oh,
remember
absolutely.
before, like a few years ago, it was hard just to find any One Piece merch in like stores or anything like that. But now,
Right, right, right.
now we're
It's
at this
everywhere.
point where it's literally reached its peak. Where now I see merch of One Piece almost everywhere I go.
Right. To me, I feel like you've made it when you made it into like a Burger King or McDonald's toy.
I mean,
You know what
look,
I'm
look, look,
saying?
look, look. Let's be real.
Let's be
Second in
real.
all-time sales in comic books. So
Which is
that tells you
crazy.
everything you need to know.
Which is crazy. I don't think Dragon Ball's never done that. That most
Nope.
never done that. I mean, it's done it
No,
in the
no,
movie.
no,
It's done
no,
movies,
no,
was yes, but
no manga has come close to One Piece's sales. If we're not counting Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen when it was first came out.
right, right. But One Piece has been out for a long time, and its popularity grew a lot. Like I think it surpassed even Naruto because honestly, people either people, especially back in our time, back in the high school, early college days, our
It was
time,
mostly Naruto and Dragon Ball,
Naruto with Dragon Ball. Yeah,
or you have the few occasions of Bleach fans
yeah,
out there.
and right, because Bleach was getting up there, and then they stopped for like 10 years. Yeah, and so,
Fans.
right. So consistently, it was just One Piece. I'm sorry, not one. Yeah,
And
I'm sorry.
if
Naruto
if
and Dragon and One Piece.
yeah, if
And
I'm
Dragon
being
Ball. I'm
real,
sorry.
like thinking back now, like growing up, like those were the three main animes that people would talk about in school: Naruto, Bleach, and Dragon Ball. There's not that many people that were talking about One Piece back then, but now,
No, no,
excuse me,
nope.
now it's like I told you, like every other week, there's new people starting One Piece. Like
Which
it's
is which
crazy.
is awesome. Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome to see that so many people are coming out and watching this, like you said.
Now, guys, for me, I was the biggest Naruto and Dragon Ball fan.
Yeah,
Once I
me too.
started One Piece,
It,
it just
it,
took
it, it
over for
stopped.
me.
No, and I hear you. I mean, One Piece, honestly, and I'll be honest,
You you
and
got you got you got the story, the
right,
character developments, world building, all this
right,
stuff
right,
that's hidden in the background we still don't know yet.
right.
Now, Dragon Ball, change your hair color, call it what it is. That's all it is, really.
But it looks dope though. Looks dope as hell.
Yeah,
It
but
looks dope as hell. I can't even put
it's unoriginal if we're being real.
right. But I will say this. I will say that I feel like One Piece has surpassed Dragon Ball in terms of story. And like you said, world building too. Um, I feel like what Toriyama did, his world building was all over the place when you got to like
That
DBZ,
that and he would
Super,
forget certain aspects of
right,
characters that
right,
yeah,
exactly,
come on.
right, right. However, with Oda, he's managed to make a 20-year story and without giving away everything,
Mind you, his original plan was to end this all the way back then.
which
He
is
didn't
great.
plan for the seven warlords and all this other stuff. That
Which
just
is
happened
which is
along
crazy
the
to think
way.
about. Right, and that's
Yeah.
what happens when you like carefully plan what you do. When you carefully plan your stuff, because it didn't even look like to me he was going to end it. I can't even imagine it ending it at Marineford, for example.
No,
I
I
can't
can't.
imagine that. I can't. I can't. Now with Toriyama, I know he said in the past that he wanted to end it like be the main character, and he was going to end it
Yeah.
in the Cell Saga or the Frieza Saga or something like that. And look at where
They
we're
should
at
have
now.
ended it with the Cell Saga, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, because Boo Saga was a hot, and I love the Boo Saga, but it was a hot mess.
It
It's
wasn't
a
the
hot mess. No,
greatest of arcs,
no, it wasn't.
but it had, like you said, it had its moments.
It had a lot of great moments. Vegeta sacrificed himself, Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
Dude, I will never get over that Vegeta sacrifice, bro. I go
Yeah,
back and watch that every once in a while.
listen, listen.
Dude, especially that part where he goes, "Oh, I've never held you once," and then I was like, "Damn."
He said, "Let me hold you one last time," and then proceeded to knock him and Goten out. No,
And then
uh,
I love the speech between
oh
Piccolo
yeah,
and
Piccolo
Krillin
and Vegeta.
talking
I
about
was just about
Vegeta.
to bring that up. I was just about to bring that up too. He said, "Yo, be yo." Hey, he
For
was
the
like, "Yo,
first
be
time,
straight with me."
Vegeta's fighting for something else besides himself.
Right. And Vegeta, and it broke my heart too when he asked him, like, "Yo, am I going with Kakarot?" He said, "Hell
Mm,
nah, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. You're going to hell. And all the shit you done,
dude,
you're going to hell, bro.
that
Ain't even a
last line
question."
that last line he has, bro. Like, "Oh, I do this for my children, Bulma. Yes, even for you, Kakarot."
Mm,
I'm getting goosebumps now just thinking about that scene, bro.
mm. And the Bruce Falconer version, the best one
Yes.
there is. Ugh. This Kai, it was cool, but the Bruce Falconer is where it's at.
Dude, I'm not gonna. Nothing touches the Bruce Falconer scores, bro. I'm
Nah,
sorry.
son. Nah, son.
Especially the Cell one, bro. Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh my god. Now that we're talking about music, this is a good segue to the episode. Like, I love the music in this episode.
I did too. Like I like the when they used the old theme and kind of mixed it a little bit more
Yes.
modern.
And
Cause I
then
haven't heard that
and
in a
then
long time.
and then when Luffy and Kaido started fighting, that goofy uh, music just playing in the background, like a trombone and all that stuff.
Right.
Bum,
It,
bum, 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 bum.
yeah, it sounded mad though. Oh my gosh. Like yo, this episode was so freaking great, bro.
And so
Ah,
it's confirmed that Luffy's heart are the drums of liberation.
really?
Yeah, you
See,
remember he was saying,
yes.
"Oh yes, beat loudly, heart."
Mm, yes. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to bring this up too. And I just remembered. And I think you said it like in our live streams a couple of days ago. That you thought Luffy was dead.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I think you're right. I think he was dead. I literally think he was dead, and I think Joy Boy is taking over. I don't think this is like the Luffy we've known since
It's
episode one.
I,
I think this is Joy Boy. I think that's who this is.
it's still Luffy, but it it definitely has more of Joy Boy behind it.
I, th- I don't.
If you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it's very hard to pinpoint because I really think Luffy did. I really think this is not wholly Luffy. Maybe I think this is. You know how you know how like Avatar Aang is,
Yeah.
and he has all those different.
Oh. Oh yeah.
I
Okay.
think this is who this. I think
Yeah.
yeah.
I
You know what
see
I'm
where you're
saying?
coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is what this is. I think Luffy is. It's not Luffy anymore. It's somebody else with
What if
Joy Boy
I?
and Luffy put together. I think that's what
What
this
if?
is.
Because I remember I said this a couple episodes back that Joy Boy is the name given to the person that eats the fruit just because of the way they fight.
Right.
But it's like you were saying, like the Avatar state. Like, is this like a state of consciousness inside the devil fruit of Joy Boy?
I don't know. And that's interesting to think about because and I've noticed this too when we first even after this, when you get into Egghead, Luffy starts laughing more than I'm used to
Hmm.
him
Yeah, yeah,
seeing.
that is true. That is true.
Right. So that's why I'm thinking, and even and he'll do like the muscle form thing too, like out of
Muggy,
nowhere
muggy,
sometimes.
muggy,
Right.
muggy.
Out of nowhere sometimes when we get to Egghead, because there's a part I can't remember the exact chapter he did it, but there's a chapter when he does that. So is this? I don't think this is
I
Luffy anymore.
I
I don't
I
know.
I also want to give credit to Mayumi Tanaka for her dubbing of Luffy in Gear 5. It's so great and it's so different compared to what we've seen throughout the series.
Yeah, because he's not as talkative
No, he's not.
as we usually see him during his fights. Not really. Not really. And you know what? Ultra Instinct Goku was like that too when he first became Ultra Instinct. He didn't really talk much either, which is interesting too.
Mm.
Yeah, we gotta do a theory. We gotta do a video about that too. I feel like, about Gear 5 and just the theories, because they don't really think that's Luffy. I think Luffy is dead. I think Luffy really died. Like the Luffy we've
So
been since episode 1 is dead. This is somebody completely different, or maybe a
so
melding of Joy Boy and Luffy, two minds together. I don't know. I don't
so
know.
another thing I've seen people brought up was the fact that Luffy died, and does that reset all the stuff that happened to him in Impel Down with the hormone injections, the overuse of Gear 2? Like since he died, does that reset his counter, or is that still a factor?
I think that's actually a very good question.
Because remember, Ivankov said it would shorten his life.
Right. And I remember Chopper said when he first went to Gear 2 after Eni's lobby that, yo, your life is gonna short your life is gonna be forfeit if you keep using Gear 2, like what you're doing. Because you're overusing your body's muscles and shit. So does it restart? I mean he can again, it just depends on what they mean by magic. You know what I'm saying? But since Luffy died too, I think it would restart everything. Yeah. I think he would be like a memory card. You delete one memory and then you play a whole new game. Or maybe new game plus, if you will. I can see that happening too. That's possible. Damn. That's possible. Yeah. Oh my, that would be crazy to think about too. That'd be
Yeah.
insane. I mean, just think about it. Like he, it would be crazy if he really like, because I'm thinking he died. So if he died, it just became a melding of Joy Boy and Luffy put together. That's gonna be insane
Or
because I think he really did die.
maybe that's just the way the awakening works, where you have complete freedom now.
Right, because remember, he never turned into Joy Boy like this because
No.
he's been on the brink of death before, but not like this. I think he truly died. I think you're right, Ruggy. I think
Well,
he truly died.
remember what Kaido said. What he's gonna say it in a couple episodes, like your devil fruit has to catch up to your mind for it to awaken, or I don't remember the exact phrase that he put in,
Oh,
but
I know what
I
you're talking. I
guess
know what
at
you're
I
talking. Okay,
yeah, I guess at this moment in Wano, Luffy, yeah, because with Rio and all this stuff, he was basically at his peak in his
peak.
normal base form.
Right, right, but even yet, still, I don't know. Maybe. Oh, you know what I'm thinking about? Yusuke Urameshi.
Mm,
Remember when he was a demon? When he turned into a demon? And I
yeah.
think he talked to Ryzen, his grandfather, and he said, yo, why didn't I turn into a demon before when I died the first time? He said that, and I believe Ryzen said that his body was not strong enough to withhold that power. But
Makes
when you
sense.
died, when since we killed you, that's when you were strong enough to do that.
I wouldn't be
So
surprised if that's where Oda got the inspiration from.
I wouldn't be surprised either because we've seen a lot of inspiration come from Dragon Ball Z. So this is something like
Yeah,
completely different. You know what I mean?
Oda and Toriyama are close friends.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. Then yeah, I can see that happening too because
So, um, the other thing that we talked about before when the Gear 5 first happened last year, where Luffy willed himself to uh regain the power to finish the fight with Kaido,
right.
because it's all based on his imagination. So he was on the
Right.
verge of death right there, as we saw in the episode, and
Yeah, because we saw him.
he was
Yeah,
saying that I don't want to die. Like I need to finish this fight.
right. And and that's why, and that's where was saying what I was saying about me not liking Gear Five because from what Oda is saying, it sounds like he is immortal because he can will himself to come back alive. Because we saw in this episode, because I never saw this in the manga, because it's black and white, so you don't really see the whole colors. But in the manga, I mean, I'm sorry, in the anime, we saw him when he went to base form. He looked pale, like this man was on death's door, and he
Yeah,
was like, "No, I need to finish this fight." And then you see the color come back in him when we went to Gear Five.
that's
So
the problem with manga. Sometimes it's hard to differentiate
right,
what's
because
going
it's
on,
exactly because it's not in
black
color;
and
it's in
white.
black and white. Right. So if I didn't saw that before, I would have been said this now. But yeah, since that happened, that's what I'm saying. He could will himself to stay alive. He could will his heartbeat to stay jumping. He could will himself to make glasses out of his hair. There's many of things he can do. He is immortal.
Yo,
He is a
I
reality
forgot
warper.
he did that in Egghead, bro. That shit's so
Yeah,
sick.
man. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I had my feelings about Kid Pop because of stuff like that. I'm like, yo, this is too much power for him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the fact that he can materialize goggles, like that's crazy.
Right. And it's just like, what else can he materialize? Can he materialize a hammer? Can he materialize
And
sea stone? I
since
don't know.
Wano, we really haven't seen much of Gear 5.
No. I
Ooh, ooh,
mm,
ooh! I just started thinking. I
wow.
just started thinking. I know
Wow.
we're going to Elbaf next. You know what that means, right?
Ooh,
Luffy's gonna be
we-
running around in his giant form. That's the only way I can see it happening if we're going to Elbaf.
But how long can he stay in giant form? That's the question.
That's that's the other
Because
problem
I
with
don't know
Gear
how long.
5. Like
Right. Because I don't know how long he can do that.
so far since Wano, it's been like a week and a couple days.
Right.
So I don't really think he has that form
Fully
under
controlled. Right.
control yet.
Right. And that's why I think that's one of the biggest weaknesses. I think Gear 5 has the biggest weakness out of any of his gears, honestly, because
Also,
of what he
we
can do.
talked about in the episode, like we don't remember him saying in the manga, "Oh, this is very taxing on me." I don't remember that at all in the manga.
Right. And I have to go back and look because I don't remember if he said that either. But when I looked at him and how he looked like a dried raisin, I assume
Dead
that's what
giveaway.
was happening. Right. But
Well, the same thing happened in Egghead too, though. If I
yeah,
remember
that's what I'm saying.
remember
And
correctly.
that's why I was thinking he that's a big ass weakness that he still has because he's using his life force, I believe. He's using his life force. And I think that's why he doesn't go into it so much. I think he only had to do it with Lucci because Lucci was that much of a threat that he had to go into Gear 5 to deal with him.
Yeah, he was toying with Lucci.
This is true. But remember, he went straight I don't know. Well, see, and that's the thing. I don't know what the anime is going to show us, but I don't know if he went straight to Gear 5 or he went to Gear 2 and he was trying to deal with him quickly so he doesn't destroy the city. So he went straight to Gear 5 to deal with it. And that just goes to show you how much of a problem Lucci is. You know what I'm saying? And that was the
Yeah,
only time we saw him in Gear 5. After that, we started seeing him in Gear 4, working with Lucci. We didn't see him go back to Gear 5. So I think Gear 5 has a very, very big weakness, bro. Using his life force.
but we know he's definitely going to be using it later on
He
down the
has.
road.
Oh yeah, he has to. He has to. If he fighting the Gorosei,
When
bro,
I don't know.
I
Like
don't know either.
maybe he'll get some practice run at the Giants because I don't know what's gonna happen in Elbaf. I'm still under the assumption Ragnarok's gonna happen when they get there, but that's just me.
Oh, wait. What if Big Mom causes Ragnarok?
that's the other thing. Big Mom's definitely gonna be an Elbaf no matter what. We
Right,
still gotta get her story concluded with the Giants and Chopper fixing her hunger tantrums because that's Chopper's whole MO is curing anything.
right. But still, I just thought about that. What if Big Mom causes Ragnarok or is Ragnarok? Because remember,
I can
she
see that.
was she was she was laying out giants when she was 8.
Yeah, and Loki is the king of Elbaf too.
That's
So
that's what I'm saying. What if?
now I'm curious
Where?
if we're
Oh,
gonna.
wait, wait,
I'm
wait,
I'm
wait,
curious if
wait.
we're gonna get
Hold
Thor
on. What if Loki's her father?
I don't know, because the giants' ages are completely different to regular humans.
Because we don't know who her father is or her
In the
mother.
flashback, in the flashback, did they say who was the leader back then when Big Mom was little?
Don't remember.
I don't remember that either.
I have to go. You know what? We're gonna go look because I
I
don't
just know
remember.
present time Elbaf. It's Loki.
Right. Okay. I gotta look. I gotta
And
look.
knowing Oda, he's gonna dive into that Norse mythology. I just know it.
Yeah, because he's dived into a lot of stuff. I've been seeing a lot of Magnica do that, especially what's his name? Yugi Tabata, who does Black Clover. He's delved into
Oh,
angel like Christianity and uh yeah,
Ring
Christianity
Wars.
mythology. Yes, yes, yes. He's done that, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I can see Oda doing that too. Especially since we're gonna get the Elbap. Mm,
Mm.
bro, I'm
That's the
excited.
thing. I don't know what's the story gonna be in Elbaf because Saul's there with all the stuff from Ohara, which we're gonna get that reconnection with Robin and him.
I can't wait to see that too.
As far as everything else, I have no idea. Remember, Elbaf is Usopp's time to shine, so who knows what he's gonna be doing over
Let me
there.
tell you something. I need Usopp to be the main, not the main villain. I'm sorry. I need him to be in a fight like Zoro. I need to be in a. I need him
Yo,
to be in a
yo.
one-on-one fight. We haven't got
I
that in
was I,
years. We haven't
I
got
was
that
just
in
thinking,
years.
what if Usopp takes out a giant in Elbaf by himself?
I got to give him credit. If he does that, if he does that, he goes back on my list of being one of the best straw hats on
You know what my other thing is too. Like
that.
Oda, we've talked about this before, where Oda doesn't really show his observation hockey as much.
Nah, he doesn't. Nah, nah. It'd be good to see
Like
that.
like prime example, you could have done it for Gear 5 Luffy. Sanji sensed it. He woke up.
Yep, 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 yep. Um, but maybe it'll be like how it was for Katakuri with Luffy, how Luffy had to fight somebody at a higher level for him to gain that observation
I could see
hockey.
that.
So
I could see that.
I can see, you know, I
And
said Luffy.
it's sad. The only real glimpse of observation hockey we got from
He fought
Usopp
Sugar.
was in film Red.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I forgot about that. When he did it with his dad, and then when he fought Sugar too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he didn't really technically fight Sugar. He just shot a projectile missile right
right,
directly at her to knock her out,
right. But still,
which is
I
just
mean,
his face in shock form, which is
it
hilarious.
was just hilarious. Yeah, so, but still, I mean, I can see that happening if he just fights a giant and his hockey gets better as he's fighting. And he's like on death's door a little bit. I can
I
see that do. I can see that happen. For his observation hockey to bloom.
unless Usopp changes his ways, I don't see him having conquerors. Just observation.
Right. I want him to have it like on the level of Luffy, maybe a little bit above that. I feel like
Like
if you
maybe
really want to give him a buff, do that. Give him a
since
buff.
he's a sniper too, I was just thinking armament hockey as well for his attacks.
That'd be dope. But
Because remember,
mm,
Blackbeard is just full of Devil Fruit users.
right. But that's the thing too. Like somebody gonna have to train him to do that.
Who knows? Maybe he'll meet Dorian Broggy back in Elbaf. Because remember, if I remember correctly, they left, right?
Right. Did-
Yeah.
mm. But do
I don't
they
know. It's
know
been a while.
hockey
We
though?
have to go back.
Right. But that's the thing. Do they know hockey?
Yeah, you don't remember Big Mom's attack, Kaku Sovereignty?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's
That's right.
full blown
That's right.
hockey right there.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Yo, if oh my god. So if Usopp is out here shooting with armament hockey and has observation hockey like Luffy and katakuri?
I don't know if your audio cut out or not.
Can you hear me? Hello? Uh-oh. Can you hear me now?
I hear you now.
Oh, okay, I fro- okay, my internet is unstable. All right, y'all, man, we're gonna get out of here then. All right, guys. I know that was a little bit long. Sorry about that. All right, y'all, we're gonna get out of here. Love you guys. Deuces. Be safe. Have a good one. Later, y'all.